Hey guys, Trey John coming at you with another Diablo 4 video. Okay, on this one, it's gonna be pretty quick, pretty brief. I'm gonna try to keep it around 7 or 8 minutes. We're actually going to bring up season 1. Obviously, you just guys heard that got announced. It's going to release as of the 20th. We're going to get the first season of Diablo 4. I'm not going to go into really detail on the mechanics. I'm sure you guys have already watched a lot of the videos that talk about them. What I do want to talk about, though, is what you should do right now at this second in the current moment before the season launches. That'll be advantageous for you because it's going to be one of those situations where if you are new to Diablo 4, if you are, well, even if you're not new to Diablo 4, if you're someone like me who's very familiar with these types of games, the first few seasons you're going to play constantly, so you want to really make sure you save some time, that you don't have to like cut into your season gameplay, because it is a different mechanic than what we have currently right now in a non-season environment. But we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna talk about what you guys should do right before season 1 launches, and also put a few other things in perspective, because I know a lot of people are like, I'm gonna play the same class for season start. And we're going to talk about a couple of things where it may make more sense to go ahead and either switch to another class right now and try it out, or even start a different class on season 1. So definitely stay tuned. You can have my information and my take on the situation, and hopefully this will help you. If it does, make sure to like and subscribe. And yeah, hopefully you enjoy the rest of the video. Okay, so for those of you who maybe you didn't see the live stream as of today of recording, I'm recording this July 6th. This was actually the day that the first season of Diablo 4 was announced for the franchise. It's going to be played on the July 20th date. What to note about it is on the 18th, we're going to have an update that's going to do some balancing, some tweaking, so to speak. You're basically going to reselect your character from the loading screen. That'll put you into and put your data into the next season, at which the 20th, the season will start and you'll be off to your races. This is going to be a malignant monster season is what they're going to refer to this as later on in the future. And what this means is you're going to kill a monster. It's going to drop a heart that's going to then get embedded into your accessory items. As you can see here right now, we have gems embedded, but we will also be able to embed these hearts come the first season, and it's going to drastically change the build. Now, the reason why we're bringing this up is a few different reasons. Okay, the point of this video is a lot of people out there are not familiar with this genre, right? Some of you are extremely familiar with how ARPGs work. You're familiar with like Path of Exile, Wolcen, Diablo 3, Diablo 2, what's a couple other ARPGs that have seasons. There's a few other ones out there. I'm not really that familiar with exactly which ones would be more relatable. However, the point of this is very good. It's very helpful, but it's also the point of this video is to explain, because we're going to have seasons, right? There are a few things that you can get done right now that are permanent, okay? So when I say that and we look at the map, right, what I highly recommend everyone do, and I know a lot of people have talked about this, a lot of people have said this type of content and be like, yo, no brainer, we know this. Well, I'm going to reiterate it, okay? First things first, you want to make sure that when you go into the map here and you hit W, you need to have all these altars found, okay? Find all of your altars of Lilith. The reason why I bring this up, and you can see I've already found them, is because as seasons progress, you're going to want to make sure that you don't have to do a lot of extra stuff. And this may seem dumb to some people, but take it from my experience, I'm competitive, so to speak, but I'm not like a racer. However, in these types of games, it's always fun to kind of go quick and make progress, right? These altars give you permanent skill boosts, give you extra skill points, they give you extra damage, right, in different locations. So by finding them all before each season, they are still applied to your character each season. So you definitely want to make sure you find every single altar now. And also, this will apply for hardcore as well. Even if you, let's say you're a softcore player like myself, if you ever intend on playing hardcore, you might as well do them all now. And the reason why I say that is because if you are someone who is a softcore player in the current state, and you're like dabbling or thinking like, you know what, I may try to do hardcore later on down the road, you want to make sure you do them all right now, because when you do it down in the further down the road, that puts you in a more vulnerable type position, right? It means you got to take more time, be a little safer because you're in hardcore. So right now you can go ahead and you can just throw as many characters as you want at it and keep doing all of your alters, because there's no time lost, so to speak, right? There's no season mechanic that won't be available 3 months later. So this malignant season mechanic, this is not a permanent mechanic. 3 months after the season and we go into the next season, it will not exist. Okay, so well, I shouldn't say that. Chances are it will not exist. It's not going to be a permanent feature in the game. So that's why it's important right now to go ahead and focus on doing all of your altars of Lilith. Also, on top of that, they've already told us that even though you're going to get a new character, your current character is not getting you reset. All your progress that you've done preseason is going to stay in a non-seasonal character on the side. So that's no big deal. You're going to keep everything you have currently, right? However, for new characters, you're going to be starting over in the season mechanics. You get 3 months to complete this. The other thing to talk about is the simple fact that you want to make sure this fog of war is gone. Notice I have to still go find this area. The reason why I say that is once again, Renown is a major factor in power. I think everyone at this point knows this. The game's been out for a month. Everyone's aware that you need to have some sort of Renown to get bonus information. I'm to the point now where I'm about to go unlock some of these +4 Paragon boards points, just so that way I can make my build even more stronger. It's already going so well as it is, let alone if I can get an additional 4 Paragon points, that'd be really helpful. So I'm about to try it and see how much time suck it is. But identifying the entire map gives you one a bunch of renown, which is going to help you because you're going to have to build these 3 tiers up again. The first tier, second tier, third tier. You're still going to have to build up all of that renown to get the bonuses, right? And you always want to make sure you get those bonus skill points first and foremost before you even move into dungeon farming, right? It makes or breaks your build. So it's one of those situations where to prepare for the next season, you want to make sure that your map is complete. You want to make sure that when you look at your map, you don't have any of these fog of wars, because when the new season starts, you're still going to have the big picture of this, but you're going to go around and grab your waypoints, and you won't see as like yellow as this is. It'll be a gray. It'll be like a more like a gray. That's fine. It'll be more like this, right? Because you haven't technically found it. However, you can see it, which if you need to see it, perfect. And actually, as you move forward in the game, once you beat the campaign, you don't have to do the campaign again, which also means that then as you're playing a brand new character in all these seasons, you're going to focus on doing the season mechanic and then leveling your character, which is then going to rely you to do a lot of hell tides, a lot of legion events, and a lot of dungeon farming right off the rip. And having that extra renown is going to be very helpful. So it's one of those situations where there's a lot of different aspects that are going to go into each season, so to speak. But as of right now, it's definitely advantageous for you to make sure you get all your Lilith statues, make sure you find all your map locations. Also, I want to talk about, so a new season is going to begin. Should you be playing a different character? Myself, I'm a rogue. I'm having a lot of fun as a rogue. I want to get a rogue to level 100 because I have like 3 build guides I want to try to do. It doesn't look like it's going to happen preseason. So hopefully season 1, I'll get a level 100 rogue and then I'll do these guides. I'm not too worried about it because every single season, my guide is going to change. I'm going to have to redo it because there will be balancing. There will be nerfs. It's okay. That's part of the game. That's how every ARPG game works, and I'm fine with it. But does it make more sense to try a brand new class on a season start? Or does it make more sense to try a brand new season at the end of each season? And this is going to be an age-old debate that's going to go back to the age-old time of when these games started, when seasonal games started. From experience playing Path of Exile and other games that you have season restarts, if you know the new league mechanic is not going to affect the exact build that you could currently run ahead of the new system, you want to play it. So right now, literally right now is the time to go ahead and exit out, leave game, make a new character, and decide what you're going to play. And the reason why I say that is because when you create a new character, now we're going to try a whole new class before the season even starts. You don't want to power level this. This isn't I got to get this to level 100. But that's not the thought. The thought here is to say, okay, like for example, for me, I play as a rogue. What are the classes advantageous to my playstyle and what sounds fun? Necromancer doesn't require pets. I hate pet builds. Necromancer, I can do a Bone Spear. I think I want to try that. So now would be the time where you would want to pivot from one class and go to the other class like this. Start the character, play it for 2 weeks just to get a feel for it. You're not looking for perfection here. You're not looking for a level 100 here. What you're looking for is a little bit of fun, a little bit of enjoyment, a little bit of diversity. So that way when you start a new season, there's going to be competition. There's going to be new season mechanics. There's going to be slight changes to the builds. Also notice that unique items in this preseason have been super rare to get, right? Obviously there was a change today. You can now get uniques in Hell Tides. I've already heard about like 20 Wacos have already been found since this change. It's only been 6 hours, which is quite a bit. That's pretty extraordinary, honestly, but you can't count on them. So this means your builds are going to be different. So this gives you a chance to play another build that you have no legendaries for, that you have no uniques for. See how hard it is so that we can gauge if that's what you want to do for the new season. I think stuff like this really makes a big difference, and it's one of those things where not a whole lot of people think of it. So hopefully you guys watch this video and you go, okay, yes, I do want to focus on that, or I do want to take advantage of it, and it'll help you out. So that's gonna go ahead and that's gonna do it for this video. This is basically a TLDR of what you should be doing to kind of get ready for each season. And hopefully you guys are all prepared for the first season. And I can't wait to see you guys in Sanctuary. Have a good rest of your day. Peace.